Shepherd inside of Labonte. And Earnhardt, he gets, and wow, into the wall hard, and so is Morgan Shepherd.
And Earnhardt's luck here at the Martinsville Speedway. Of course, a lot of others have bad luck here today, but we pointed out at the top of the show what kind of luck he's had here.
Terry Labonte is against the wall. The yellow flag is out, and Dale Earnhardt has significant damage as he comes down pit road. Rick Mast also has a massive amount of damage to his car and the field, and Earnhardt goes behind the wall.
Straight behind the wall. They don't even stop on pit road. They take you behind the wall and frantically trying to work on the car.
Good luck at Martinsville. He has 11 DNFs at the Speedway, more than at any other facility on the tour.
And not only Earnhardt, but several cars heavily damaged back there. Labonte's car still sitting back there, heavily damaged. The Kellogg Chevrolet, there it is. And we can see damage to the front and rear. Morgan Shepherd's car damaged.
Derek Cope is still sitting on the racetrack.
Jerry Punch has a comment.
As you look at the front of the Goodwrench Chevrolet, the reason Earnhardt knew he had to come behind the wall was oil was pouring out from beneath the hood. Apparently, they have ruptured the part of the oil tank. Now, Benny Parsons showed you a couple weeks ago on one of our track. That's exactly what they have done to be able to keep the oil tank away from the left front of the car and put it closer as a part of the radiator. Well, that's the part that got hit today, and apparently it has ruptured part of that tank as the crew now trying to peel some of the sheet metal away, the radiator pushed in, and the oil tank apparently ruptured here on the Goodwrench Chevrolet. How about
track on a wrecker? Here is the replay.
There we see the cars went in three abreast. Earnhardt on the outside of Labonte. Labonte comes up and touches the 21 in the back. Gets Morgan sideways. When he corrects, he comes back up and forces the 5 car up in the wall high off the ground. Earnhardt in the back of him. And there we see the 4 car, Sterling Marlin, also involved.
He hit the 1 car of Rick Mast, and then Derek Cope back behind there got involved in it as well.
And Lake Speed also in the action. There we see Morgan go across, hit the 5 car, and pow! Heavy contact with the wall on the Kellogg Chevrolet.
That's Lake Speed in the car number 9 going sideways, and then Derek Cope and in the car number 12, and Dick Trickle in car number 15 coming in there.
And from the Family Channel blimp.
See Earnhardt trying to go up on the outside of Terry Labonte. Labonte, as Benny mentioned, clips Morgan Shepherd, gets him sideways, then he comes back out into Labonte. Labonte's car goes up on top of Shepherd's car. Earnhardt back there, nowhere to go, and then, in fact, nobody had anywhere to go because the track was blocked.
Here's the in-car from John Andretti.
Right here in front of you, big crash now, right down there in front. There you go. There you go. Good job. Good job.
Boy, that was a good job.
That was a great job.
Yeah.
I thought he had the 4 car head on.
Not so with the 3 car. It's behind the wall. Bill Weber is with Morgan Shepherd.
Well, Morgan, very tough out there, a wild incident. You involved with several other cars. Can you tell us what happened from your point of view?
Well, I really don't know what was going on. I faced Terry going down the front straightaway. We didn't touch or anything. Went through turn 1, and he runs in the back of me, and I would have been okay, but he never would back out. He just kept pushing me and pushed me till he pushed me, turned me straight in the wall, and luckily he got caught up in it too. But, you know, what a shame.
You guys looked like you had a good car. You had been pretty quick. A lot of damage here. Your crew try and get you back out.
The Citgo Thunderbirds tore up pretty bad.
Okay, that's Morgan Shepherd. Not very happy here very early.
Well, the Wood brothers just this weekend had an open house, announced they're building new shops and a new museum over their shops near Stewart, Virginia. But, boy, they're hard at work now trying to get Morgan back in the race after he was involved in that incident. Here's John with Terry Labonte.
Terry Labonte walking toward his cars. They're pulling it down to the truck. Terry, a mess out there. I guess the only way to describe it.
Yeah, it really was. It was my fault. We came off the corner there, and Morgan's car got a little out of shape, and I guess he got out of the throttle a little bit, and I got in the back of him and turned him. It was my fault.
All right, as you can see, Terry, very disappointed as we look at the car. They've got a lot of work to do. Not only sheet metal, but suspension damage in the front end, too.
More replays for you. Let's go to Michael Waltrip's in-car camera and listen. Heavy contact with it.
No, he didn't. That was Terry Smith, the spotter, telling me he's okay.
We'll take a break and be back with more from Martinsville, Virginia. 12 laps.
Go high. Pearson now has the lead. Petty tries to go back on the inside as they come out of the fourth turn. They only have about 750 yards to go. Oh! It's a straightaway. They did hit. Petty smashes into the wall. Will he come across the start-finish line? He's going to win the race. He's going to win it spinning, as he, I believe, will take the checkered flag. No, he did not make it. He is less than 100 yards from it. Here comes Pearson. Pearson is going to try to make it across the finish line. Petty has his car going. Pearson's going to win it. Oh, back. Randall, he wins the race. Was it? I've never seen anything like that. It's unbelievable.
Pace car is off the track now. They're a bit straggled beyond the front row. Brayton begins to accelerate. There's the green flag. And the 79th running of the Indy 500 is underway as Scott Goodyear sweeps across the outside and into the lead. Ari Lyondike ducks into second place. And we've got a car into the wall right off of the first turn. Two cars tangled. One of them is Eddie Cheever. The other looked to be Stan Fox. And the front end of one car cut away. The rest of the field slows.
Turn 2, we can see debris, the main bad thing. Debris, broken race cars, laying all over this race track. Clear down into turn 2. All the way from turn 1, clear down here. There's Dan Fox sitting right in front of us there. The biggest thing the guy's going to have to worry about when they come back around, cutting their tires and all the carbon fiber laying around.
So we've seen 3 cars. Eddie Cheever is out of his, Stan Fox is his, and it looks like Lynn St. James, the third car. She is still in her car. A.J. Foyt down in the pit area, no longer in two-way communications with his driver, Eddie Cheever. But the yellow flag out right here on the start. And there is the Farron trying to drive a broken car back to the pit area.
Paul, the track is blocked so bad down here, they're going to have to put the cars down on the pit apron to get them through in my area.
Let's go to the pits, Gary.
And a quick radio report from Paul Tracy. Paul, he said, Tracy told his crew, he barely missed that accident as it happened. He said it's the luckiest thing that's happened to this team this season.
Well, a first lap incident is one of the great fears. Here it is as the leader, Scott Goodyear, came off of 2. Now watch, way up in the corner, suddenly 2 cars get together. And that was Cheever and Fox. The field darts to the inside. Many using the warm-up lanes, which were only built here a few years ago, but probably saved many drivers here today. Stan Fox looks like he got into the wall incredibly hard. We're concerned about him, very concerned. We'll keep an eye, and we won't report anything until we actually have it confirmed.
You can see as we look at this second replay how many tires and suspension pieces began to come off the cars right away and affect cars that really were not part of the original accident at all. Lynn St. James was one of those who was tagged by flying debris. Here's a third one from the car of Bobby Rahal, who of course started fairly far back in the pack. Watch to the right of the screen, and there's where the debris is already bouncing around. Remember, carbon fiber is dark gray in color. It's very hard to see against the track, particularly on a day like this, so it's easy to pick up a flat.
It would look from my vantage point down here in turn 2, Sam and Paul, that something must have broken on the Fox car because it immediately made a right-hand turn. That's not normal.